If you want real information with no fluff and no filler, check out Norwood Books. Browse categories like health, money, personal protection, content creation, media, global affairs, and more. Just go to www.norwoodbookstore.com. That's norwoodbookstore.com. Norwood Books. Real information, no filler. Created for people who want to learn more, think sharper, and move smarter. Global power is not chaos. It's strategy. The Global Chessboard, Volume 1, breaks down the hidden logic behind today's geopolitical moves. This report analyzes how economic pressure, technological dominance, military positioning, and strategic alliances are shaping the new world order. This isn't headline noise. It's a visual-driven intelligence brief connecting power, leverage, and global maneuvering. The Global Chessboard, Volume 1, available now. Click the link above, below, or in the description. If you've ever had a YouTube video demonetized, your channel suppressed, or your reach mysteriously drop overnight, you were not imagining it. Shadowbanned. The YouTube Suppression Files is the investigative special report that proves it. Inside, you'll find documented evidence that YouTube secretly altered creator videos using AI without consent. That the Biden White House pressured YouTube to remove content that didn't even violate their own policies. That YouTube paid $24.5 million to settle a censorship lawsuit rather than defend their decisions in court. And that a federal judge stated racial discrimination in YouTube's content moderation was, quote, plausible. This isn't opinion. This isn't conspiracy. Every finding is sourced to federal court filings, U.S. Senate hearing transcripts, and YouTube's own legal settlements. 24 chapters, 7 parts. The full file on what YouTube has been doing to creators and what you can do about it. Get your copy now at norwoodbookstore.com. Norwood Global News. Real information. No filler. Built for independent thinkers.
Jump right into this explainer on Georgia's OCGA Section 16-5-20. This is the exact statute that defines and governs simple assault in the state. So what does this law actually make illegal? In plain English, simple assault in Georgia is either attempting to violently injure someone or committing an act that legally causes someone to fear they're about to suffer an immediate violent injury. Moving on to the elements. To secure a conviction, the state has to prove one of two distinct things. Number 1, you attempted to commit a violent injury to another person. Or, number 2, you committed an act that placed another person in fear of immediately receiving a violent injury. Notice the catch here. You literally do not even have to touch someone to catch a charge. Now, under that second element, the law requires something called reasonable apprehension. What does that mean? It's simply a justifiable fear or belief that a violent physical injury is about to happen to you right now. It can't be some vague worry about tomorrow. The threat of violence has to be immediate. Next up, classification and penalty. According to the statute, the base offense for simple assault is classified as a standard misdemeanor. Generally speaking, that carries a penalty of up to 12 months in jail and a $1,000 fine. But, and this is a big but, the law outlines specific conditions that drastically escalate that penalty. If certain factors are at play, the charge gets bumped to a misdemeanor of a high and aggravated nature. And trust me, that gives the state the power to hand down much harsher, more serious sentences. Let's look at those aggravating factors and exceptions. Certain victims and locations automatically trigger that high and aggravated charge. We're talking about assaults happening in a public transit vehicle or station. It also kicks in if the victim is a public school employee on duty, a utility worker performing official tasks, a pregnant female, or if the assault happens between family or household members. Actually, there is a really fascinating quirk regarding that family and household aggravator. The harsher charge applies to spouses, parents, kids, and folks living under the same roof. But the statute explicitly excludes siblings. Assault between siblings stays at the base misdemeanor level. Wild, right? Before we hit another family exception, let's quickly define in loco parentis. It's simply the legal term for a person who is lawfully acting in the place of a parent or guardian. Knowing that, there's a specific carve-out in the domestic assault rules. The statute explicitly states that the domestic aggravator does not apply to lawful corporal punishment administered to a child by a parent, guardian, or someone acting in loco parentis. There are also strict medical exceptions related to the pregnant female aggravator we mentioned earlier. The law clarifies that this assault charge cannot be used to prosecute conduct relating to a lawful abortion with consent or any standard medical treatment provided to a pregnant woman or her unborn child. Let's dive into a real-world example. Picture this. You're in a tense verbal argument on a packed city bus. Tensions boil over and you aggressively raise your fist at the other person like you're about to strike them, but you never actually swing. Are you guilty of assault? Based on the elements we just covered, the answer is absolutely yes. Even without throwing a punch, aggressively raising your fist creates a reasonable apprehension of immediate violent injury. Plus, because it happened on public transit, the charge jumps straight from a basic misdemeanor to a high and aggravated one. Finally, the most important takeaway. Here is the single most important thing to remember. You do not have to actually touch someone to commit assault in Georgia. Just creating a justified fear of immediate physical harm is enough to break the law. It really begs the question, how many people unknowingly commit aggravated misdemeanors every day simply because they let their temper dictate their body language?
Most people think you have to seriously hurt someone to catch a charge. That's not true. In Georgia, something as simple as the wrong kind of physical contact can get you charged with simple battery. And it happens more often than people think. One moment, one decision, one situation. And now you're dealing with the legal system. Courtrooms, charges, consequences. This breakdown shows you exactly what counts and what doesn't, so you don't learn the hard way. Get the full Georgia Simple Battery breakdown right now.